I mean, when Alan's done with it, it's going to be a different car.
Be doing a paint correction on a GT350. This one is in pretty rough condition. Probably won't be able to see it here on the camera. What we see there in the sun, looks like it's been taken through the drive-thru car wash various times. The entire paint is just swirled up, and yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be able to save the clear coat here on the carbon fiber piece. It looks like completely exposed, just completely dry. I mean, you can kind of hear that there, very sandy. Shouldn't be like that, but overall it's not in a disaster condition, but as you see there, it's just completely swirled up throughout. So this is definitely going to be a tough one. It's going to take some time finding the compound and pad combo, but it should turn out to look very good. If I remember correctly, this should be CarPro iron remover. Can't recall which one I bought, but you don't need to put it throughout the entire paint, just in those areas that tend to kick up dust from the brakes. Just watch how it reacts. Sometimes it'll react, sometimes it doesn't. Try not to leave it on here in the direct sunlight. Just a quick few seconds, get an inspection of the condition, make sure you're spraying it on areas that do get brake dust. You don't need to spray on the roof or the windows. It's very rare that there's ever brake dust up there, unless if you're near a railroad track and you have rail dust. That usually covers up the vehicles, but that's pretty rare. I've only seen that a few times. So you can see there, it's not really turning different colors. It should have reacted by now, but that's very common. It's a step you should always do, but it's very uncommon to have a lot of brake dust embedded into your paint. But we'll move on to the next step. So I actually do remember which one this is. This is a Snow X Foam by CarPro. It's a mix of iron remover with like a wax remover in it. Not the one that I really like. The other one is the Iron X. That's pure iron remover. Definitely a better product for this type of job. This one does 2 steps in one, so not too bad, but we'll be doing a CarPro recess, stripping all the wax anyways right after this, and then we'll be doing a clay bar, and I believe that's all for the prep side, and then we'll pull it back inside and begin the paint polishing. So this is the CarPro reset. It's very good concentrated soap. Strips wax on here if there's any. So it's very good at ripping off grime and any debris and contaminants from the road. You need a longer hose. This is the hose that it comes with. I believe it's like a 6-foot hose, maybe a little bit larger, but there is actually one. It's a hose mod we can do, and about 30-foot hose, so I might do that one rather than this one. Having to move this every time I move to a different panel. Vehicle's fully prepped. Took numerous steps to take care of this one. It was very messy, very dirty, a lot of contaminants on the paint, but as you can see now, very fresh, very smooth. It's no longer like sandpaper. And meanwhile I was doing the clay bar, there was a lot of like beach sand or whatever it was, very fine grains throughout the paint. Still have to do the windows, but I'm going to focus on the paint here. It's going to take all the sticky stuff. So we'll be doing probably more likely a 2-step on this one, being how severe it is. But we'll see how this one turns out.
So bad. Alan's having a good time.
Oh, you should
Somebody driving with sandpaper.
You should come take a look at this.
How's it looking?
Very good.
Let's see, it didn't part of the hood.
All this right here.
Oh, that's way better.
Look right here. So that's the
Holy shit. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. But holy shit, dude. I mean, I can't stress how bad the paint is on this. Well, the other thing too is the carbon fiber spoiler on the back. It's completely shaded. It's like gold. I don't know what they did with this car. They left it outside or something.
I think they did. It's sun. The trim is sun.
It looks like it had stripes on it and somebody peeled them off. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, when Alan's done with it, it's going to be a different car.
Hopefully the camera picks it up, but this is the after. This area has not been touched up. Doesn't look like the camera's picking it up. Oh, here we go. A lot of watermarks and all these little scratches all the way throughout the hood. This area has been corrected. It's just this little piece here. Little 2x2, 2x3 area. But overall, it's getting about 90% correction with a one-step. That is the yellow wool pad Rupes with the DA fine, wherever it is, somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. So doing yellow compound with the yellow wool pad, one step. It's doing perfect. No haze or any foggy look to it. Just coming out really nice. So I probably won't need to do a second step with the white pad and fine polish. Overall, it's going to turn out really good. So here's another spot to see the before and after. This is not grime. This is not any contamination. That is all scratching for whatever it was. It appears to be sandpaper, unsure, but this is the before, or this is the after, and the before. The whole rooftop was just similar to this. It's throughout the entire vehicle. It's just very, very nasty condition. But you know, there's plenty of clear coat to work with. So you're seeing here the after. So definitely worth it. She is all done. Not too bad. About 4.5 hours for a one-step correction. I did focus just on the paint. Looks very, very good. The only things that are left to touch up is going to be the carbon fiber wing spoiler here. Just completely faded. What we're probably going to end up doing is just wet sanding down to the bare carbon fiber and have it re-cleared, or even paint match it. This way we have the top side paint matched with the bottom carbon fiber. That's a look that I like personally. We'll see if the guys approve that or they want to leave it both sides carbon fiber. Another area that's going to be cleaned up is going to be the wheels. More than likely just going to have to take them off, replace the lug stud, replace the lug nuts as well, and just do a deep clean on the wheels, if we keep these at least. Another bit here is the windows. They're just caked up with a lot of contamination. Just everywhere you look, it's just so much contamination on the windows. I didn't polish them at all. I'll be getting a glass polish, but first hit it with a steel wool. There's a lot of overspray on this one here. It appears that this vehicle was parked next to a white vehicle being painted, or spray cans, whatever it may be. So there's just a lot of grime, a lot of contamination. I did do a clay bar and then a white polish there, just didn't do anything. So we'll take a different approach on that. Aside from that, I would say this is pretty close to 95% correction. Looks very, very good. Deep gloss to it, just a completely different car at this point. Another item that we'll be doing as well is headlight restoration. Just a minor hazing there, probably from like bug and tar remover. You know, sometimes if you take them to the car washes, they use such an aggressive chemical. So it's definitely burnt up a little bit, but nothing that can't be saved. Aside from that, this vehicle is basically complete.